Alright, this is a Sharp CD-BHS1050. Is a radio cassette CD and Bluetooth. It has a 5 CD changer already plugged in. It has no power. The customer took it to a repair place next to me, the big cell phone repair company in the US, not just here in this area. And they were trying to force opening the CDs to take the discs. So I told the customer, because one of the discs just was sticking out, I just pushed it in. I told the customer, like, I will fix the power, no power issue, but this CD, I don't know, mechanism is they have plastic gears inside them. Force to open the CD may cause the mechanism to get the timing gears or to break the gears as well. Let's fix the no power, then we, yeah. And because the device have no power, I'm gonna go and check the power board first. Alright, this is the power board. And it's just a regular switching power supply, just a regular one. 110 comes here. We have fuse, the NTC for protection. That's capacitors and these coils for the filter. Rectify bridge. And we have MOSFET. We have these two capacitors, one for the VCC and one for the voltage start. The diode could be for the VCC. This resistor should be for the voltage start to lower the voltage to 14 volt or something like that. These two big capacitor, the main filter after the rectify bridge. And we have the output diode, filtering output capacitor. I don't see no voltage marked here. We have the switching IC and the two up to coupler. Alright, let's check the fuse to see if it's good. Hopefully just a capacitor. No, the fuse is bad. Dang it, the fuse is bad. And the rectify bridge, we have a short in the rectify bridge. Could be that short from the MOSFET. The MOSFET is there. Alright, something good here. I see the short between the drain and the source, but I don't see that short going to the gate. So likely could be the switching IC still good. If there is a short to the gate, that's the high voltage may pass to the switching IC and it's gonna burn it before the fuse open. Still a chance. So let's remove these two capacitors, MOSFETs, and the fuse. This is a N MOSFET, 10 amp, 600 volt, and 200 microfarad, 200 volt. That's what we need so far. Check the VCC diode, still good. No more short in the rectifier bridge. Alright, so the two capacitors, and that's the bad component, that's the replacement one. Alright, let's test it, then we'll go from there. Alright, let's plug it. Okay, nothing happened, that's good. And let's check. Must be this is the ground. Okay. Yeah, we have like 24 volt or 36 volt. So that's good. The power supply works. That's great. Okay, let's plug it. Yeah, I put the power board in. I do have a good voltage in the power board. Right, plug it to the power. I did see that one start spinning. That's a good. So we have 2 volt, 3 volt, 13 volt, no, that's more, and 36 volts. So the power board is giving a good voltage. I think one of these pins is the standby, maybe, and one is the power on. Yeah, this one's one of them. I think that's the standby. Alright, so we have a good voltage from the power board, but it still doesn't turn on. Like I press the power button, there's nothing on the screen here. So this one, it has multiple issues. We fixed the power board, and hopefully the controller still good. Because maybe the power source is send a high voltage to the controller, and so yeah, let's use the thermal camera. Alright. So we can see some spots over there. It's the first tank catch somewhere around here. Oh yeah, that's 2 resistors, is very hot. That's a low ohm resistor, is a 180 and 18 ohm. And that resistor, I think, is the power for the screen. We have a spot right here in the main board. Yeah. So that's what we have so far. We have a spot right here That's getting hot, and it's look like it's been like that for a long time because there is a brownish area over there, and the same thing here. Let's see. Okay, how much we have right here? 0 volt. The other side is 2 volt. So 2 volt. And we have a regulator right here. So 7 volt, 8 volt, and 6 volt. Well, let's go to the diode mode and check if there is any short to the ground. This is not a ground. This is not a ground. And that one is not a ground. Okay. Let's check these diodes around that area. So no short, no short. No short in these diodes. What about this coil? Is it short to the ground? No. Let's plug it again. When I plug it the first time, when I plug it after unplug it for a while, you can see it starts spinning and stopped. Okay, let's see the voltage. Seven, 13 volt in that coil. Okay, we have an EEPROM by this controller. How much we have on the EEPROM? We have 1.6. That's a very low for the EEPROM. The EEPROM it work with the 3.3 volt. All right, where that one? 1.6, 1.2. 1.6 diode, 1.6. Yeah, we need to figure out where is that the 3 volt come from. Or we can use the power supply and inject a 3 volt to here and see if anything getting warm in the board. Let's go to or before we go to the microscope, let's inject now. So the power supply is here is 3.3. So at the same time, we use the multimeter. As you can see, is a 3.2 volt. Okay, that's 3.3. All right, I'm going to inject the 3.3 to the EEPROM. Still, these areas look hot, but we'll see if it's from there or it's somewhere else. Oh, that's the resistors. I see one area. Okay. Let me show you. Yeah, we know this part here it was getting hot, but this part right here, the one is right here. So that's what it's, when I inject, that's what it shows as new heat. So here I am injecting. You can see it. It's a 44 and still up going. Yeah, in this area right here. Okay, let's put some alcohol. Yeah, you see that one? This one right here. This one here. See? Yeah, this one right here. Okay, I'm gonna plug it to the power again and we'll check the voltage over there. We don't know if it's that, could be that's a regulator. This one right here. So how much we have in this pan? 1.2. And this pan here, 1.7. Kinda is the same voltage as the apron. What is the apron? Right here. 1.7. So it's kind of the same voltage. Alright, so what we have in the input, 3.8. And how much here? 3.8. So one of this one is input and one of them may be the enable. .7, that's the output. And it's going to this capacitor. Alright, so I'm gonna remove that the chip and we see. It's a G7, the chip. This is the data sheet for the chip. And these are linear regulators. So it's just a regulator. We have VN, we have enable, and we have the V out. And here in the chip, you can see we have the VN, that 3.8. Both of them here, we have 3.8. So that's the enable, that's the voltage in. And that's where we find the 1.7 volt. So it means we can, because we have 3.8 here, we can put just a diode to lower the voltage. Or we can put a DC to DC regulator. Or DC to DC buck converter. So this is, we can put, that's the input. This is the output. And the ground, that's all we need. And this is the buck converter. And let's solder the ground. The ground is the middle pin. Okay, that's the ground. And the input, which will be on the other side of the capacitor. Kind of a little bit tight here. Just like that. And the output, we can solder it to one of these capacitors. Or before I solder the output, I'm going to adjust the voltage to the 3 volt or 3.3. All right. So yeah, in the multimeter it shows a 3.6. The 3.3 now. Yeah, 3.3. We unplug it and we put here you are. So here is the buck converter, DC to DC, and let's plug it to the power. You can see this one is on. Okay, let's see now if we have. Here is 3.1. That's okay. 3.18. Yeah, I'm gonna adjust it later, but it's still gonna work. The EEPROM should work now. Yeah, we have the display. It's on. Yep. It turns on, it's go off. Yeah, it works. Alright, put the device together, plug it in. You can see the CD mechanism is bad. Here. So it's power on, no power is fixed. Yeah, look how the CD action. Yeah, I did look at the mechanism to see if something that I can fix in this CD changer, but it looks more complicated, and the customer doesn't want to pay that much because he puts the maximum. That will he did give me the maximum number. That's one put for this device, so it doesn't give me a chance to do any other repair. So we fixed no power issue. Fix the power board, I fixed the main board. So And there is a cassette.
Very good.
Yep, the cassette works.
What I mean, brothers, is
And let's see the radio. And we're gonna put our antenna. Let's put in the antenna. Yep, the radio works. Yeah, it has a good sound. It's strong, but the CD, it don't work. So this all for this video, and see you again.